fantastic. But you don't have to be a famous face to look great when you hit the big 5-0. Today, Gmtv is launching the Fab After 50 competition. Here to tell us more, it's a very famous face, Gloria Hunniford, and somebody whose life changed dramatically when she turned 50, Daphne. Great to see both of you.
Very nice to see you too, Lorraine.
Looking fantastic, I have to say.
About 30 years to go, yeah.
Oh, wow. It's just round the corner. It's just round the corner. Tell me about this, the whole competition. It sounds great.
Well, the competition is terrific, but I think that before we just tell women how they can enter and the type of woman who could enter, maybe I should tell you a little bit about the whole premise of Fab After 50. First of all, certainly my Mother's Day, people thought that once you hit the menopause, that was it, gone. Everything sort of went south, disappeared, and that was it. But the interesting fact is that women these days, after the menopause, can expect to live 40% of their lifespan. That's a long time. So what we're saying is, and encouraging, is women to take their own health and particularly their long-term health into their own hands. And there is evidence, I suppose, through various surveys and so on, that women still, although they are being educated about what they can do, still think, oh, well, it's the menopause, so I have to suffer this, and this is just what happens, and osteoporosis might come along and there's nothing I can do. Well, of course, there's lots that you can do. And apart from osteoporosis and from breast cancer, the increased threat of, the big one is, and people think that breast cancer is the main killer of women. In fact, it's not. It's heart disease. And 9 women per hour die from heart disease. So it's just one very, very strong fact to bear in mind, and there is so much that you can do.
Well, there is, and look at Daphne, you're a shining example. Because when you hit 50, what happened? I mean, why was it when you hit 50 you decided to change your life?
I went on a holiday for my 50th birthday, and it was a lovely time. But when the photographs came back, I was horrified at what I'd looked like. I realised that I had taken the slippery slope down, and I had to either start to do something about it, or I was going to get worse. I wasn't going to stay the same. I was going to get worse. I don't think you look bad at all, Daphne. You look blooming. I mean, you look fine. But as far as you were concerned, you needed to change. You felt you wanted to. Yes, I hadn't always been that heavy.
Right.
And so I went to a gym, and gradually one thing led to another, and I took up triathlon.
You're a champ. I
have been world champion in my age group at the long distance.
Right.
And at the moment I'm training for a very long race, which is a 2.5-mile swim, 112 miles cycling, and then a marathon.
Good grief.
But, I mean,
I can hear women all over the country saying, I've never been able to do that, not even at 30. See, Daphne is, in a way, if I may say, a wonderful example, but an extreme example.
Indeed.
Yes, people don't have to do what... I mean, I've gone a bit mad with it. It's been curiosity, how much further could I go, how much further could I go? But everybody can improve their fitness level just a little bit.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law at 75 took up line dancing. So.
Did she? See, that's brilliant.
Probably has a wonderful time.
No, that's really, really good, because it's not just the fact that you're getting better physically. Mentally, you're better, because you're not just sort of sitting around. You know what it's like?
And see, that's a very important part. Some people think that a Fab After 50 campaign is about looks. No. It's not about looks, actually. It's how you feel inside. It's whether you feel healthy. And actually, I think you'd agree. You get to a certain stage in life, and yes, of course, you know, looks or making the most of yourself is very important. But you get to a stage where you want to be healthy and you want to feel healthy, and and so to answer your original question about competition, this is a long way around to get to the competition. But although Daphne is a wonderful, you know, extreme example, what we're looking at in different categories are women who, for example, have maybe attracted publicity in some way to improving people's health through organisations of some sort. It could be a woman like Daphne, but on perhaps a lesser scale, who said, right, I've now got to do something. I'm going to improve my own well-being and health, and I'm going to encourage other people to do it. And it could be people who have just done it through an organisation of encouraging women generally to look at their long-term health, feel better, and approach it in a very positive way.
No, that's absolutely right. And you're a really good example. I know you would go on one note like this, but you really are, because, you know, you've done so much. Also, you've got a new show coming out on Monday.
I have.
You work really hard, and yet you always look... The thing about you, I think, that is the most important thing. You always look as if you're really having a good time.
Well, I do. Actually, I do enjoy it, I must say. I think you have to enjoy work. And you must feel the same, no matter what age you are. You have to actually enjoy it. And was that a clip of the programme we're just showing? Oh, I didn't actually see it.
We were
in fact, I think it was Barry. We've been doing pilots, so...
Yeah. You're all drinking and having a very, very nice time.
Here, Barry Cryer says.
I'm looking a bit late, though.
That's right. He wanted to know what a virgin banana was, so I said that sadly he would never find out what it was.
That was good fun. That's on every afternoon, yeah?
It's on every afternoon between 2 and 3, and it is going to be live. We've just been doing some pilot situations to test out all the equipment, so we've had a bit of fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, thank you very much indeed for coming in. And Daphne, thank you. What an inspiration you are. We have to say congratulations to you, because life surely does start at 50, because you're going to get married soon.
I am getting married in the autumn. I know.
Well, we wish you all the very best.
Well, that's
for that
really
role.
kind. Thank you very much. Good luck, Daphne, too.
Thank you.
Right, and if you want to nominate somebody for a Fab After 50 award, or perhaps you might think you have what it takes yourself, nominate yourself. Go on. The address is PO Box 51, St Leonard's on Sea, TN 38 9TX. There you are, the Fab at 50.